Heather Fueger is joining me right now. She is a sports marketing director for RSM. Heather, it's great to see you. This event, year in and year out, is eye-opening for everything that you guys have been able to accomplish. When you go back, reel back the years for us for a second, you had an objective, you had a hope of what you looked at this event as possibly accomplishing. And no matter how broad that perspective was, has it exceeded your expectations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a labor of love. It's a huge endeavor, but we are always looking to improve. And one of the things I can say is that we continue to increase the number of clients and prospects and COIs that we bring in every year.
Really?
And this is the biggest number of guests that we've had in the 13 years.
How do you do that? Do you have to bring them in waves?
We do bring them in waves. So we have 4 different waves throughout the week. We bring them in for both pro-ams and then the Wednesday to Friday section, and then Friday to Sunday or Monday, depending if they're playing in the
So when you do that, when you're bringing these different clients in, obviously you're also bringing in the partners and your associates with these various clients. How does that connect, and how is that from a motivation standpoint with all of your offices?
I think it's always a motivation because everybody wants to get here.
Sure.
I mean, who doesn't want to come to Sea Island? But it's a rigorous process for us to go through to make sure that we have the right hosts hosting the guests. So it's a process that begins in May and works all the way up right to tournament week.
On the other side of that, let's say it's a client that's been here, say, for the first time. Do you have a follow-up with them to see what their experience was like, or have you noticed just from a business standpoint that your relationship obviously gets deeper because they've been able to share this experience?
Absolutely. So we send out surveys following the event, and they fill those out, let us know their experience, what they liked, what they might like us to do differently. But then we do follow-ups with the relationship leaders and the hosts, and try to figure out how to deepen those relationships. Good. So that's one of the objectives that we have for everything that we do around the Classic.
You heard me mention when we were first coming on air, folks, about a couple of players I specifically said were members of Team RSM. You guys have clearly found that aligning yourself with these professional golfers is to your benefit, whether they're male or female, LPGA or PGA Tour, is a benefit to the firm. Could you talk to us about Team RSM and what are the criteria internally that you look at in terms of who you put on your team?
Well, one of the biggest things that we look at is, do they align with our goals and objectives at the firm? And you know, we have good people on Team RSM, and they reflect the values of the firm. And we have just continued to deepen the relationships with all 6 of our players because they have bought into what we are at RSM, and it means something to them to be part of Team RSM. And so I think it's really important that they align with what we're trying to do. And obviously all 6 of them are very interested in charity and the philanthropic stewardship piece. And so that's another way that we all continue to work together.
The next question, Heather, is somewhat of a celebration of the obvious based upon everything that you've said so far, but you as a corporation decided to align yourself with the game of golf, decided to align yourself with the PGA Tour. I'm just curious about, when you went in with your eyes open, what was the reason? Why do you feel like golf is such a good vehicle?
Well, first of all, most of our clients play golf, or at least have some affiliation, or they love the game. And so for us, when we did the research, it just showed that this was the best alignment for the firm to get our clients to a place that they would love, and to be able to give them the best experience that we possibly could.
And when you look at everything that you guys have accomplished so far, we're talking about the fact that a little bit later on today, we're going to have the announcement on Golf Channel of what is being given to charity through the Power of Love this year. And it is staggering. The number is, you're going to be pleasantly surprised, I think shocked when you hear it later on today. But I am curious, Heather, when you look at everything that's under your umbrella with the sports marketing for RSM, what do you see down the road? What are you most excited about?
I'm just excited to continue to see how we can grow and continue to change and bring the best tournament we can to everyone. I love my job, and I love being able to put together a program that our clients can come here and enjoy what Sea Island provides, but also give them the opportunity to interface with our leadership and our other partners and that type of thing. And so I just want to continue to build what we've already established and continue with Team RSM the same way. And if we ever add to Team RSM again, bring in more good people to join the 6 that we already have.
Yeah, and what's cool about this whole conversation is there's a cycle that goes on, because as these people get here and they see the impact that the philanthropic side has, it only makes you more motivated to continue to be a part of all of that. Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Absolutely.
It was always a pleasure to see you. We got to see your parents yesterday. We're hanging out with them a little bit too, and it was a lot of fun.